Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. He's Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. This is the Loshak in the Bag show. This is the first show that we're doing at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. We're doing 2 shows a day. And that means more picks, more ways to make ourselves look stupid and give 50 picks out and wind up going negative. But so far, things are going okay in the shows for us. Jim and I are both positive. And college basketball, Jim, you know, I'm telling you, I'm having a good year in college basketball, but I'm snake bit. I tweeted out in the Wichita State game, I tweeted out the first half over at 69.5, which went over by 20 points.
Yeah, I'm shocked at how well California's sticking in that game, and I'm impressed.
And I also tweeted the Wichita State first half team total over, which was 40, which lost by 2. So now I'm, I think, 3-5 on the year in my college basketball tweets, but I'm cutting it very close, and cutting it very close in a good way. I also bet the over in the Penn Northern Illinois game, and that one soared way over. So I think the way this is going to go is most of my picks are just going to have to be tweets, and we'll just have to talk about them in the show. You know what I mean? Instead of giving them all out in the show, because it's just there's too many games, too many picks.
Yeah,
and
it gives us a great situation to do that. So,
yeah,
there's no problem. For the morning show, you don't have to be all ready with the 40, 50 slate of college games.
Exactly. So I guess that is what Twitter will be good for. I'll just be tweeting out my and what if you want to tweet out how will I know what all your picks are? You'll have to get them to me at some point.
Well, yeah, I will. I'll link any tweet I do. I will add you to it.
Yes. Okay. Excellent. Oh, thank you very much.
And then on this show, we'll go over what our picks are.
All right, so the first order of business is the college basketball picks. I did tweet out the friggin' first half over, which sailed over 69.5, but then I had to add on the friggin' Wichita State. Wichita State's obviously great this year. I had to add on the Wichita State first half team total over, which loses by 2. In the 7 o'clock games, I'm definitely thinking that a couple of plays I'm thinking about, a couple of very interesting games. Obviously, I did take a shot with the over 137 in the Delaware UNCG game. That's just a small game where I think that both teams should have a better time scoring against each other than they might against other teams. So small edge there. I took that one over 137. Obviously, the Duke game is big, and I do think that Duke is a good bet in this game, probably at -23 and maybe even better on the first half line. Let me just quickly go to see what the first half line is. I'm guessing it's like 12 or 13 or something like that. Let me find where that one is. The Duke first half line, 13.5. I'm thinking that's a good play there, and I might make that one an official pick over Furman, or maybe I'll just give him on the full game at -23. What do you think, Jim?
I like Furman, and I'm going to watch them very closely. They're the preseason favorite to win the Southern Conference. They're an older team led by senior guards, and they're going to be going against 4 freshmen a lot of the time. But it's so early in the year. Duke was Coach K was very disappointed in their last performance.
Yes.
So they're supposedly going to be coming out flying. But I'm
supposedly.
I'm very curious to see how Furman handles this, and I'm going to watch this game quite closely.
I'll stay off that one right now. Then another big game at 7 o'clock is Texas A&M, Oklahoma State. Both these teams are getting back key players who come back. I actually did take Oklahoma State when it was 5.5. It's now down to 4.5 or 5. It was one of those situations where I was a little bit concerned why the line was where it was, and I couldn't quite answer that. So I was hesitant, but I did wind up going on Oklahoma State, and now it's 5 or 4.5. Texas A&M great, but seems like Oklahoma State should be able to hang with them. Of course, that's on a neutral site, so I took Oklahoma State at 5.5. What do you think, Jim?
I was thinking about taking them all day. The reason why I had paused was just I was blown away at how good Texas A&M looked the first 2 games. I did not expect it.
Me neither.
J.J. Caldwell, 5-game suspension for drinking and driving. I'm surprised that they're doing it without him. Now, getting Robert Williams back is a big, big deal, and Oklahoma State getting Jeffrey Carroll back. But when they beat West Virginia by 23, I stood back and couldn't believe what I was seeing, and just need to watch them more.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I will hold off on that one as well as a pick. That's just what I'm thinking about right now. Maybe I will throw on the UNCG Delaware. If I don't give that one, I'll be annoyed at myself. But it feels like it could easily go modest scoring. But I think what the hell? I'll give that one. I'll throw that one on there. I'll make that one an official pick. Delaware UNCG over 137 minus 106. What the hell? Delaware, I'll make that one an official pick, 137 minus 106. I'm so frustrated, Jimmy the Bag, because my college basketball picks so far this year have been good, but the picks I've actually tweeted out are slightly losing. I love the under in the Manhattan game today. That one cashed easily. I bet that one big. I was actually sitting waiting for the lines to come out. Before we came to this show, and I pounded that one, but I didn't tweet it out. And I was right about the over in the Wichita State game, but I had to get cute. I'm sorry, I know I'm harping on this point, but I had to get cute and give the Wichita State team total first half over at 40. Lost it by 2 points. So frustrating, Jimmy the Bag. So much frustrating stuff in sports betting, right, Jimmy?
It's so frustrating, and I really wanted to take Creighton today, and I got cold feet. The Bruins are so weak on the boards, and when they play against other teams that can really hit them on the boards, I will bet them. And Creighton is the real deal, but they're led by guards. They're shooting 55.4% from the field, 43.2% from three. They're averaging 97.7 points a game. I would love to have the balls to take them, but I think the board battle, if you can't beat UCLA up on the boards, I don't see where the advantage is.
Yeah, I hear you. And then another game that's interesting is, might be a little trappy, but West Virginia has been explosive offensively since those games against Texas A&M, and they're going up against Long Beach State, who can also score. So the over in that one feels a little bit no-brainer-ish. Also, the first half over feels very no-brainer-ish. Might be a trap, but I feel like it's a good play, though.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watch West Virginia play. I was shocked when Texas A&M handled them so easily, and early in the year I really want to watch as much as possible before I find myself down units and have to panic.
I hear you. All right, I will give this one just on the first half though. Long Beach and West Virginia first half over 74.5 minus 110. That is a line at Intertops. Thank you very much, Intertops, for writing the best line there. First half over 74.5 minus 110. In general, my reads have been good, but the picks I'm giving officially have just been a little bit snake bit. So I'm kind of annoyed, but I will give that one, and I will give the over in the Delaware game. Jim, you've only given one college basketball pick so far today. Baylor plus 1.5 minus 109. Is there anything else you want to give us before we move on?
I'm gonna stick with what I have at this point. Matt Sicardi says it's a trap. And
what, Baylor?
No, the UCLA game. UCLA Creighton's a trap, saying, I love you guys too much to let that happen.
Yeah, I looked at that game. I'll tell you what, Jim. He's saying that it's a trap for Creighton, he's saying.
Well,
I was leaning UCLA on that one, Jim.
You were this morning. Yeah. You mentioned it.
And I liked it at 4, and now it's down to 2.5 or 3.
Yeah. No, you mentioned it, and I get it. If you can't beat them up on the glass, I don't see where any advantage will be against this Bruins team.
Right. Another lean I would have would be Oakland getting 9.5 at Intertops at Syracuse. Oakland does have some shooters that might be able to shoot over the zone, so I would be, and Syracuse only beat Iona by like 9, and Iona is not a good team this year, so I'd be leaning Oakland getting that many points, and I just maybe I'll tweet out a bunch of other picks from at 8 o'clock. The 8 o'clock game's on, but that's all I have as of right now. I guess I'll just go with these 2 plays. Jim, you're going with 1 on Baylor. I tweeted out 2 already today, went 1 and 1. Anything else before we move on?
Well, my man Money here says everyone take Penn State minus 10.
Did not even look at that one yet. I have not had time to look at that game yet. Shall we move on, Jim?
Absolutely.
Okay, now let's move on to the line movements on the picks that we did give earlier in the day. Let's see, any notable line moves? Well, a lot of the totals that I gave did go up a little bit. Although here it is once again, the Indiana-Orlando game. I think I gave it at like 221 or something like that. Just like I said, now it's coming back down. Now it's down to 219. The Minnesota-Charlotte game, I gave that one on the under, and that one is coming down a little bit. The Detroit-Cleveland game did go up. Right after I gave that one on the under, and that one hasn't come down yet. Let me see. The New Orleans game is still where it is. Let's see. The Boston-Dallas game. Wow. I gave the under 198. Now it's up to 200 or 201, so that means the over is probably the right play. Wow.
The line changes were interesting.
Yes.
To say the least.
All right. So that tells me that I'm probably sitting on a loser there. I don't know if I want to pull it though, but I don't know. That is very, very, very tough. As far as the spreads are concerned, we were discussing New Orleans as an underdog against OKC. That's now moved up to about 3, which is interesting. That's a little bit. That's more money going in their direction. The Clippers-Knicks game has still stayed at about Knicks +1, so it hasn't come back in favor of the Knicks, but more money has not come in on the Clippers. That's kind of interesting, right, Jim?
Yeah, and Hardaway Jr. will be playing tonight.
There you go. All right. So I took the Knicks on the first half, and I think I might add them here on the first quarter as well. The Boston-Dallas game went down to 6.5 or 6. Now it's coming back up in Boston's favor. Now Boston is -7 market wide. So a lot of very interesting line moves here. Let's see what else is interesting. Jim, you took Charlotte at -2. Nice job. Now it's up to 2.5. That seems like a solid move. That tells me that Charlotte is probably a strong play there, and I was leaning Charlotte on the first half as well. What's caught your eye as far as notable line moves, Jim?
Well, not a big line move, but Atlanta's now +9, and I got him at +9.5.
Yeah, it's still 9.5 at the Greek though. Still 9.5.
Okay, still 9.5 at the Greek. I guess I thought that the Sacramento's line would stay. The morning line I thought was +7.5. I thought that made sense. It's down to +5.5. I'm concerned a bit. What is the total gone to? Because I have the under in that game.
The Denver-Sacramento game has gone way up to 209.5 or 210. That tells me the over is probably the right play there.
Yeah, that definitely puts and instills some fear. Now, I've watched the Sacramento team play at home, and they play a defensive game. I'm hoping that will be the case. And Denver's got more players out of the lineup than we previously had mentioned in this game. Let me see where it is. Well, the X-rays have come back. Oh, yeah, Wilson Chandler is going to be questionable tonight. Millsap's ruled out, but the X-rays have come back as negative. But I'm looking forward to watch that game. I just think the Kings are trash, and without Buddy Hield. Not that Buddy Hield's that big of a deal, but they don't have the shooters. They don't have the scorers in the lineup.
I also said that I was leaning over 202 in the Atlanta-San Antonio game. That's now up to 203.5 or 204. I did bet that one. Maybe I should have thrown that one on there. And as far as my first period leans, I was leaning Knicks, and I was leaning let's see, first quarter. Sorry, leaning Knicks and leaning New Orleans, and the Knicks are now pick 'em most places or +0.5 at the Heritage -120 and 5 dimes. What do you think? Should I double up? Should I throw on the Knicks first quarter?
I'm concerned with that game all day.
Yeah, maybe I'll just hold off and keep it. Yeah, I did also give New Orleans on the first half, and I was thinking about giving them on the first quarter as well. They are +0.5. What do you think about that? Maybe I should stick with the half.
I'm more comfortable. I just don't know what the Clippers are going to do in that Knicks game.
I was actually talking about the New Orleans.
I know, but I'm much more. I'm more confident in that one than I am with trying to figure out how the Clippers are going to play.
Yeah. All right. I'll just stick with the two first half plays that I have with both of those, and then also Jim on the hockey game that we both like so much with the Toronto going up against Arizona. That line, believe it or not, has moved in our favor. When we took it, it was about -217, 219 was the best line. Now it's all the way up to 230 or 240. That tells me we're probably on the right side on that one. I don't have the puck lines here available. Let me see what the puck line is at Pinnacle on that one. You got it at +135. Wow. Now it's +122 at Pinnacle. So
and the
nice
same thing happened with
one.
the Wild. The late money went on the Wild -1.5. And we thought the odds were already maybe too far in the Wild's favor. And then they go further in the Wild's favor.
That tells me. And then also I did take the under on that one at -125, and that one has gone down. Although, as we've seen many times in the NHL, those line moves on those totals don't mean shit.
Yeah.
I've taken so many unders this year. Under 5.5, -120, -125, closes at -140, -145, goes way over. Doesn't mean shit. So, but, it did move a little bit in my direction. And also, we're going head-to-head on the Winnipeg-Nashville game, Jim, and the line has moved to the under. It's I got it at 6 -120 at Heritage. I did bet that one. You took over 5.5 -110, and it's now 5.5 solidly to the under as far as the line is concerned. But again, as we've seen many times in the NHL, these line moves on these totals don't mean shit. So I wouldn't feel so bad about that one, Jim.
Not with the totals as much, though. I do like both the puck line moves that I've made, and I'm happy that they moved both in that direction. I love being in the spot when you can take 2 puck lines, and if you hit one, you're in profit. It's just it's a safe place to be in.
All right, so we got Matt Holt coming on in a minute. Is Matt Holt on yet, or is he there? Nope, not yet. All right, we do have Matt Holt from CG Technologies coming on. We're going to do the usual question and get some info from him on how things did, and we'll also very interesting line moves in general on the NFL game. Obviously, a huge line move. Now, earlier last week, Jim gave Atlanta +3, -118 as an official pick. And market wide, except for the Greek, it is -1. Atlanta -1. Very nice job there. Massively beating what was probably going to be a closing line.
Yeah, very happy with that. Very comfortable with the spot for sure. And there's some great notes here on the comment as well. My man Garrett Blaze, OKC first quarters is a proven bet.
Okay.
They always come out strong. I've had such a tough time with OKC. And then Joe Landon's wondering what your plans are with Hornets-Knicks first half.
Hornets-Knicks first half. Who said that? Joe Landon?
Joe Landon,
hey,
yeah.
Joe Landon. The Hornets aren't playing the Knicks on the
I
first.
guess both teams first half.
Oh,
Hornets
okay. Hornets-Knicks. Right. Yeah, I'm on both. I already gave him. I gave him
You
the
have
morning
both?
show. I mean, do I want to pull him? No, I'll take him. Obviously, it makes me nervous about, the Knicks. They look terrible against Toronto. Now, was that a one-game thing or not? My guess is probably it was more likely than not a one-game thing. My only concern is that Porzingis is injured and he's not friggin' being honest with us. And New Orleans, look, OKC has, again, they have the big names in the lineup, no chemistry yet. They're a good team. New Orleans obviously is not a perfect team, but they have a lot of big strengths. So I'm taking New Orleans first half. I'm taking Knicks first half, and hopefully I at least cash one of them, right?
I'm concerned about Hardaway even playing tonight. He said he acknowledged that his foot has felt worse and worse while playing through the pain. Now he'll gut it out tonight.
Yeah,
he may be somewhat limited. So it sounds like this is plantar fasciitis. It doesn't sound like it's just like a bruised foot. And we know the only remedy is prolonged rest.
Yeah.
And if he's barely a second scoring option, it really hurts the Knicks because they have nobody. I mean, we're talking about
Enes Kanter.
Yeah, we're talking about Enes Kanter running as fast as he can, and he does run the floor well. But I just don't trust him as an offensive weapon. He's good within 10 feet, but you always bring him outside if you can. And this Knicks game concerned me a lot, and reading that Hardaway is going to play through the pain almost makes me want to take a flyer on the Clippers.
Yeah, I might be on the wrong side there, but I don't know. What can I say? Hopefully they will shoot up Hardaway's foot with all the drugs they got so that, he plays on it. He can play just for tonight. Maybe he'll be a cripple for the rest of his life, but at least for tonight's game in the first half, he'll have some scoring pop, right? That's what we're hoping for.
Sure,
no,
yeah.
I don't know. That's definitely my assumption is that if he's really in pain, that they'll friggin' pull him and throw someone out from the bench who will relish having an opportunity and give the Knicks something at least for the first half. Look, I might be on the wrong side of both these, but I'm going to stick with them and I'm going to go with it. All right, should we get to?
We should, but I'm going to make a last-minute decision.
Okay.
I'm going to add the Clippers. That's enough for me to, if you know what. I don't know how it's going to work with DeAndre Jordan and Kanter at the 5. And then I'm not entirely sure what Blake, if Blake is going to try and mess with Porzingis or if they're going to switch him off. I don't know exactly how they're going to play their defense, and that's why I had pause. But I'm telling you, if Hardaway is not a legitimate second scoring option, I just think the Knicks will always be in trouble.
I know.
And because of that, I'm going to add the Clippers. Let's see, anybody think I'm making a terrible decision?
What do you want? First game, first quarter? Full game, first quarter, first half? What do you want them on?
I want full game.
Full game. Clippers, full game. Best line right now would be at Bookmaker, which does have Pick'em. Everyone else has -1, but we can give you Bookmaker Pick'em -110. You want that one?
I do, and I'm adding it.
Okay. Clips, Pick'em -110 is being added by Jimmy the Bag. All right, so the clip picks that we have added in today's show, Jim's adding Clippers, Pick'em -110. I took the Delaware UNCG over 137 -106, and the Long Beach State West Virginia first half over 74.5 -110. All right, do we want to add anything else, Jim, or what do you think?
Well, I do want to add this comment in. D. Kaiser says Pete's irritable and Jimmy is acting like an abused wife.
I'm irritable.
And I'm acting like an abused wife?
I'm irritable. Yes, I am pretty irritable. And you wait, he's abused by me or abused by his wife at home?
I don't have a wife at home.
I am irritable. I'll tell you why I'm irritable. I'm irritable because this show is a little bit. Is Matt Holt coming on? I was told Matt Holt's supposed to be on right now.
I think he is.
He's on right now.
I think he is.
No. He's not on right now.
He's not on right now,
No,
but he is coming. All right. Yes, I am pretty irritable. Good. Whoever made that comment is paying attention and knows our personalities. Yeah. I mean, in the morning, it's an easy show. We have our picks. We give our debates, and then we wrap it up here. And yeah, this is a little bit chaotic and last minute, but I think we'll get the flow of it in future shows. And partially I'm irritable because I gave 2 college basketball picks here, but I've got like 12 bets that I made, and all of them could be picks. So it's a little bit of a stressful time right before first tip. Stressful. I'm not used to doing a show at this point. At this point, I'm used to like having all my bets done, looking at doing my last minute research and finalizing some bets, maybe throwing in a rec parlay or here or there, and so I don't particularly. It's thrown me off my schedule a little bit, but. And I hate missing line moves. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I missed a couple line moves today, and that always annoys the crap out of me. But hopefully this will all turn out okay. Jim, do you want to add any other?
Wow,
picks?
we do need to add this comment in.
What's that?
Loshak in the bag are murdering the books. You guys are the best. Hit a 3-teamer, 6-teamer, and 8-teamer last week, up 11K.
Oh, holy shit! Up 11K.
11K says George Hatzidakis.
Wow, since last week. Wow, I'm up like about $25 since last week. I thought that was pretty good.
George Hatzidakis.
Damn,
good work out there, my man. Keep it up.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So let's see. And I'm also annoyed because I would normally be hitting in college basketball second halves right now. So yeah, but yeah. So all right, do we want to add on any picks, Jim?
The Clippers pick is the only one that I will be adding to my card.
Okay, and now I guess we will next. We're supposed to get to comments, and then Matt Holt. Is Matt Holt on yet?
Not yet, guys.
Okay, so how will we know when he's on? You'll give us a signal.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
How about this? How about you yell out into the studio, "Hey guys, Matt Holt is ready," and then I'll go, "Okay, we're ready to talk to Matt Holt now from CG Technology."
That sounds like a plan.
Does that sound good? All right, so just yell it out, okay? That guy behind the microphone there is Wanma, who does a great job with our tech stuff, and he's a pretty cool guy. Yeah, for sure. Rarely fucks up. Great guy to have behind the manning all the tech stuff, because it's definitely a thankless job doing tech. All right, so that's how we'll know when Matt Holt is ready to talk with us. We'll hear Wanma yelling from behind the board over there. Matt Holt is ready. Okay, so let's.
Al Mac has a question about the hockey action that I've got. He says, "Are you not concerned?" And I love Al Mac. Does a great job. I believe he's out of Germany.
Oh, okay.
He says, "Are you not concerned with how hot Hellebuck has been?" Also, Smith versus Holtby. Now, obviously, so this is a spot where we are on.
But I don't understand. But you didn't make a bet on that game.
I did. I have the over in the Jets Predators.
Oh, in the Jets. Okay, right. I'm sorry. I was looking at Columbus. Yes, you're right. You're right.
So I am concerned about how good he's played, but I also have seen this Nashville Predator team take minor penalties nonstop. They are a tough team, but they get a little wild with their sticks. The NHL's trying to keep it close, and I think this Jets power play is very good. I think they're better than the 8th place that they're in. So then he has also Smith versus Holtby. You know what? I think it's possible that Holtby is on the way down.
Yeah. Yes. I think so too.
We've watched him for years. He's been very good. At about 2 years ago, he was probably the starting goalie on the Canadian national team, and now I think he's not playing that well. And if he doesn't stand on his head, I don't think the Capitals have enough depth to move forward. And that's why they're 11-9-1 this year.
I don't know if this is because of this show, but since I announced my overbet on the Delaware UNC Greensboro pick, it's taken a significant step up. The Pinnacle line. Someone's been hitting that at Pinnacle or somewhere, because it's now up to 138 and 137 minus 121 at Pinnacle. So that's nice to see, unless it's just because someone's tailing in the show and then it's just we're both on the wrong side. But yeah. All right. So go ahead.
California is up 14 on Wichita State.
There you go.
Can you believe that? Up 14 on Wichita State. Wichita State brings back 5 starters from last year.
Yeah. I mean, my pick on that one again. I just love the first half over, which did cash. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah. All right. I guess that's about it. All right. So let's get to some more comments and look at some more line moves. Damn, one of the line moves that I'm really annoyed with myself is the under in Cleveland State, East Carolina. I wanted it at 138, and I actually took it. Believe it or not, at 133, and I was debating whether I should tweet that out or not. It's now down to 128.5. I'm telling you, Jim, these college basketball totals are all over the place. Huge moves in college basketball totals all the time, and it doesn't take that much money to move them take that much money to move them no matter where you're betting. So it's down to 128.5. I debated tweeting it out at 133 on the under, but I didn't just because I missed the friggin' opener by 6 points. But all right, so that is definitely interesting. The Texas A&M and the Texas A&M Oklahoma State one. I hit that at 143 on the under. It's now down to 138 or 138.5, down to 138 at Pinnacle. I figured it was going to be a defensive battle. That was another one. I was annoyed that I missed the opener at 145. I got 143, thought I was getting a bad number. Now it's down to 138. Man, these college basketball totals really, really move.
Walter Trotter took the first half over with you.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so he rolled it into the second half.
Second half what, over?
Cal, second half. Looking good, yeah.
Shit, okay, very, very nice.
Triple Beam says, I should have hit Cal plus 19. These are 18-year-old kids on a neutral court in Hawaii.
Exactly. I hope he didn't tail me on the Wichita State team total first half over, did he?
I don't believe so.
All right, good.
Walter
Thank God.
Trotter.
Good. All right. So hey, is Matt Holt here yet?
The lock here.
Guys, I think I have bad news because Matt Hole is not picking it up.
He's not picking up,
I think he'll leave us or something.
All right, well, listen, if Matt Holt does pick up, yell it out, okay? Yell out, hey, guys, Matt Holt is here, okay?
Yeah, we'll do
Okay, all right, thanks, Wanma. Doing a crack job back there behind the board, Wanma. Thanks so much, Wanma. All right, so let's see.
G. Henny says biggest lock of the night is UNLV. Get on that, fellas.
Okay, I have not had time to look at that
They're
one either.
13.5 point favorites in the morning line, gone up to 16 now.
Wow. Who are they playing? Let me
Rice.
see. Where is that one? Wow. That is a huge move there.
Big move.
Yeah. I will, once again, it's that time in the season where we're still getting acclimated to the pace of all the college basketball games that come at you, while still having to look at college football. This is the last week of the big bulk games in college football, and once that is done, hopefully I'll be more on top of college basketball in general as far as giving public picks is concerned. Because as you said, Jim, like I don't like if I feel like I have an edge and I'm like I know what I'm doing is right and I have a few losers in my private betting accounts, that's fine. But giving public picks is totally different. I care way more about public picks than I do about my private betting accounts.
I know what you mean.
I mean?
So I so know what you mean because people care about the choices that you make, and that's why I was having such a hard nights when I would lose because I know that it's not just me out there losing. So I get it.
I'm actually up in college basketball this year so far, but if I was 3-5 in college basketball on my private accounts right now, whatever, I wouldn't care at all. But the fact that I'm 3-5 on my public picks right now, it's killing me, Jimmy the Bag.
Man, I get it. We got lots of time. Lots of time to bring it back.
All right. Okay. So let's see. Other interesting stuff here. Yeah, I'm definitely leaning Oakland plus the points there. I think they will be able to shoot at least somewhat over the Syracuse zone. Leaning the Rider George Washington game is interesting. Leaning Rider there. I think that George Washington is they've had a little bit of trouble covering spreads this year so far. So I'm leaning Rider plus 5.5. That's definitely a bet that I made. I'm not going to give it officially because I'm risk averse, as I said. Haven't looked at any of the 8 o'clock or later games, but I will later on, and hopefully there won't be too many lines that I wish I had gotten on the opener. Let's see. Wow, Charlotte, Minnesota under is now 211.5 at Pinnacle. Wow. I took the under on that one, didn't I?
Yeah, I believe you did.
I gave that one on the under. Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see. Other line moves. I'm very nervous about that Boston-Dallas game. Right now, it's still 200 at the Greek, or actually 199.5 at BetDSI. I took 198, so I could take that one back, but I don't think I will. I think I'll hold on to it. I'll hold on to the under.
I don't see a reason.
Why would this line be getting bet up? We know that Dallas has trouble offensively. We know that Boston clamps down defensively on any team. And 198 is not. It's not like one of these like 188 totals. If it was 188 and got bet up to 190, that I could understand. But that's a decent total there, 198, right?
It's strange that it's I'm gonna take a closer look.
Yeah,
nothing
we'll
else. Nothing else has changed news-wise from Boston's side.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. Okay, I am scanning. All right, so this is supposed to be only a half-hour show. Do we have Matt Holt on the line?
Not at all.
Okay, so should we wrap this up and shit can the Matt Holt segment?
We should.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. All right. Is he responding at all?
No, not at all, man.
Maybe Matt Holt's like, fuck this guy Loshak. I'm not doing this show. Give me Donnie Rightside or I'm not showing up. That could be the case. Let's see. All right. Anything else that's caught your eye, Jim, as far as comments are concerned?
Yes, and
or
Mr.
line moves?
Gogster99 says, I love seeing Pete at this time of the day.
I hear you, man. I hear you, brother. You should see me when I'm alone in my room. It's a crazy scene. It's a crazy scene. I do. That's where all my impressions come. I don't know, a bunch of impressions, but they only come when I'm feeling relaxed. And now I'm not really feeling that relaxed, as we can all tell. Yeah, Mr. Grogster, thanks for the comment. At least someone's getting some pleasure out of this. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Is there anything else? I'm trying to think. What are the borderline things that we're thinking about? I'm thinking about. All right, let me look at these college plays. Should I throw on Ryder plus 5.5?
You know, you seem to have a read on.
It's a little bit too early in the season, I think, to be making those kinds of calls. I think, but I did bet that one. I bet them at 5.5, and I like it. I'm just kind of annoyed because I wish I had time to break down the 8 o'clock and deeper games and later games in a deeper way so that we could talk about when I give out picks. But I will tweet them out. I will tweet out the picks. Once you get up into like the 20s and 30s in terms of your sample size, then you start getting a little bit less risk averse. So all right. So should we wrap things up?
Yeah, let's do it. But Perfect Rotation is laughing his ass off.
Who the fuck is in charge here? Are we in charge? Are you in charge, Juanma?
No, you guys are in charge.
We're in charge?
Not me.
We're in charge of this shit? All right. We're in charge.
Mr. Gogster says Ryder to the bank, Pete.
Does he really?
Mr. Gogster99.
Is he saying that because he agrees with it or because he just wants me to make a pick?
Reggie says, take Ryder, damn it. I love it.
All right. I'm on it. Ryder. Look, if I hadn't given it, it would have been a no balls play.
Triple Beams 3 says, Ryder, die. Ride or die.
Look, if it loses, it's just. If it loses, then it's just. Oh yeah, that. That was one of my. One time when I realized I was losing my mind with college basketball betting was I was on the fence about taking Ryder and the line was Ryder -4 and I just started singing Riders on the Storm. Ryder -4, and I said I made up a song parody on the spot, and I was like, holy shit, I'm losing my fucking mind here. I was like, Ryder -4. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning and like some January 28th. You know?
Your voice is the real deal.
Oh
though,
yeah,
Pete.
and it was actually a song parody that just made a lot of sense. You know, it's like something if they can't score some more than Ryder -4, something like that. You know, whatever it was.
Dig it, man.
Yeah, I
dig it, man. Should I get out the Jameson?
It was like January 26th at 2 a.m. and I was like, do I want to make this bet or not? And I started singing that song parody, and then I realized I've lost my fucking mind. It was like a DMT trip inspired by sports betting, not by taking DMT. All right, so I'll take Ryder plus 5.5. The best line right now is at Pinnacle -106. Of course, 5 Dimes has -104. We don't use their oh, actually. No, I'm seeing +5 -103. All right, so Ryder plus 5.5 -106. I will add that one on absolutely to my official slate of picks here. Yeah, it's just I don't like being negative, even if it's only on an 8-pick sample size. All right, let's go over some final comments, and then we'll wrap the show up. How about that?
Sounds
Jim?
great.
All right. Stack Guap says, "Give me 4 good picks, please." Are you kidding me? We've done 2 shows. We've given like 50 picks on a Monday card of sports betting, and the guy comes in and says, "Look at this! Look at this comment here from." We should like screenshot this and make a graphic out of that. Stack Guap. Give me 4 good picks, please. Well, aren't we the entitled commenters on YouTube? You give me 4 picks. Stack Guaps. Okay. We've done 2 shows today. We've given about 30 picks between the 2 of us. Just go back and watch some of those videos. Take any 4 of those picks. Those are your 4 good picks. All
Walter
right,
Trotter with some big news.
What's
Embiid will play.
Yes, and we knew that when the line went back up from 4.5 to 6, which is, I believe, where is it? Yeah, it's up to 6 now. So when it went to 7 to 4.5, that was, we were like, all right, Embiid's out. When it went back up to 6, Embiid's back in. That's not because, Billy Walters put his life savings on friggin' Philly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
right.
Embiid
Yeah,
news.
yeah.
That's all it is. If you see a big line move like that in a Philly game, that's Embiid news, right?
You're right. Absolutely right.
Absolutely. Here we go. Jake Bell says, oh, hell yeah, DMT, baby. Rich Bank says, is Matt Holt here in capital? Is Matt Holt here?
No,
still not
no.
here? All right, good. All right, let's see. Any other? Ben Kahn says, who is Matt Holt? Yeah, I hear you on that one. All right.
Angel
let's see.
Romero's wondering, did you take off the under in the Pelicans game? No, you stuck with it. Yeah,
I didn't
no.
take off anything.
Yeah.
I did not take off anything. And by the way, when we take off, it is not that we just cancel the bet. It's that we have to bet the other side like a regular bet. The point of these shows is that all of our picks are like regular bets, which is why we use absolutely up to the second lines using SBR odds to track them. And, if we want to take it back, we can just bet the other side. So, all right. We got about, it's at 6:40.
So they're wondering if I should make a move now on the Sixers. And you know what I think happened in this is that the coaching staff does not want Embiid to play tonight. Embiid was adamant about playing. And
You think so?
I read a quote of him being adamant about playing. And so my guess is that they said, okay, we'll play you, but I don't see him getting more than 25 minutes tonight.
Yeah, I mean, don't you? That's kind of weird. Don't you think you'd be like, if the coaches are saying, why don't you take the night off? You could just be like, all right, cool. I guess in order to be that level of professional athlete, you have to be just absolutely, even if you're 7 feet tall, you have to be absolutely driven. You have to be like, no matter what, I'm playing at all times. Get me in there.
He's taken most of the last 3 years off.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I think he's now feeling healthy and wants to play.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign, man. Imagine if you. That's a good. Perfect rotation says ride these nuts and lock it in. All right, so I did throw on Ryder, and I guess let's wrap up the show for real now. It'll be a little bit more organized tomorrow because we're doing this every friggin' day at 6 o'clock, right, Jim?
Right.
All right, so officially, Jim has added the Clippers on the full game pick 'em minus 110. I've added the Delaware over 137 minus 136. Long Beach, West Virginia, first half over 74.5 minus 110. And Ryder plus 5.5 minus 106. Onto my official record. And just some leans that I would be thinking about. Obviously, I'm thinking about what's up with that Boston-Dallas total move to the over. I guess thinking about taking it back, but I'm just going to ride with it. Other things that I'm thinking about are what? What am I thinking about? What was I thinking about? Nah, nothing there. Nothing there. I'm a little annoyed that I didn't give the Atlanta-San Antonio over when it was at 2:02 in the morning show. That was definitely a lean, and now it's 203.5 at the Greek, but I'll hold off on that one as well. I'm happy to see the line moves in the NHL, but I am, as we've seen, NHL line moves, especially on totals, often don't mean shit. And we'll see what happens with the Creighton. Yeah, a lot of interesting games that'll be very telling. How will Oklahoma State do against Texas A&M? What will, in fact, happen with the Creighton-UCLA game? And how will Duke do against a game Furman team when they're motivated to blow them out? Will they be able to, or will the youngsters on Duke still struggle a little bit, Jim? Interesting games tonight, right?
Very interesting games. I'm really excited about watching Furman, and I think there'll be value as we move forward with that team. I'm always on the teams with seniors running the show. I can't help that, and I think this is a good spot. I'm very curious to see how Santa Barbara plays against Pepperdine. I thought they looked good in that game against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, and that's a tough thing to do. They were 6-point dogs, and they should have covered. There was a couple last-minute techs that fucked it all up. But I think UC Santa Barbara will have a lot of value as we move forward. But this early in the year, I'm just going to focus and watch and not make too many picks.
All right. I think we can wrap it up now. Of course, we will be back tomorrow morning at 12 o'clock Eastern Time covering the Tuesday card. And then we'll be back again at 6 o'clock Eastern Time doing this shit, probably stressed out again, bitching about line moves that we missed, bitching about second half plays that we want to get on, annoyed by line moves that don't make sense to us. We'll do this tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Tune in tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern Time for the Tuesday show.